believe you're my boyfriend.
Can I please open my eyes now?
Oh, good. You look so good. Shut up.
Just picks him up like a rag doll. Welcome to GVSV.
Welcome back to GVSV. This time we're going to be reacting to the last episode of Season 2, titled...
This is the last episode that we record for the new episode that you have not seen yet.
Exactly. So this is pretty much the last bit of Heartstopper content that I have previously watched. And right after this, we'll watch the Season 3 trailer, which I have not watched.
All right.
And then Season 3 drops in 5 days.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Press the button.
I am. This song was in the original trailer for Heartstopper Season 1. Oh, I do love this song. I feel like I'm saying that about every other song.
You are. This is like becoming an inside joke?
He just posted it to Insta.
Oh, okay, because he's been saying that all along.
Have you seen the comments?
Comments can be brutal.
This is the best my life has ever been. I don't have to hide my amazing boyfriend anymore. I'm not getting bullied. Everything's perfect.
Oh, there's that word again.
Title of the episode. Title card. Perfect. So, no. Before we even get into that, what was it that you were saying earlier as far as like it being a joke?
Like a running gag, because every time they talk about it, he goes, "Oh, bye." Actually,
Yeah.
so I was like, "Is that like now become like the joke?"
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a joke, but I think it's just kind of a necessary clarification that Nick is having to say simply to, I guess, avoid the box of being labeled as gay.
It's trading one box for another.
How about a box that fits him better or is closer to his truth? I know. Let's stop calling them boxes.
Don't like boxes.
I mean, I guess the worst thing would be to call them labels, which is, which in and of itself,
I'm just not a fan of all that stuff.
I get it.
And I get that people want to identify in a community of folks and be identified properly and all that fun stuff.
Well, I think for some
but
people, having the language that explains
100%.
Yes.
100%. I just have a hope for humanity that we stop putting people in boxes.
Yes.
Cats, not so much. People, absolutely.
Unless they're in there with cats.
That's right. All right. Don't pet the murder kittens.
Aww.
You know who you are. Okay. Just because they're floofy doesn't mean they won't eat you.
Yes.
Anyway, I digress.
So I'm bi, actually.
I asked that because it seems like every time he would say, or they would come out to a certain group of people, he'd have to say that.
Because they would, one of the first things that they would say is, "Oh, I didn't realize you were gay."
Makes sense.
And the thing is that he's clarifying for them that, no, I'm not gay. I'm bi, actually. Which is, yes, it's turning into a running gag. But
okay.
Like
I was going to say some smart ass.
Okay, so let's talk about the rest of the scene.
Okay.
He posts the fact that he's boyfriends on Insta.
Yes.
And then
the gram.
And then they pretty much goes to Charlie's place. Charlie's happy.
Of course. Why wouldn't he be?
Of course. And now
he's starting to use that P word again.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Which I think he said at the very end of the first episode of this season, where he said,
everything's going to be perfect.
Everything's going to be perfect. And now we get to the point where it's like, is is this the perfection that he was hoping for?
I mean,
because, I mean, as we, the audience, and Nick are aware, there are other problems going on in Charlie's life.
yes.
And I think that desire for controlling an uncontrollable situation.
And I think that's my biggest problem with the word perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Is that
Nothing is perfect.
nothing is perfect. And the idea of perfect requires control that humans don't have. Well, no animal has.
Yes.
No entity has.
Yes. But for Charlie to be in the situation where he wants things to be perfect and unable to meet that perfection and that loss and that inability to control the situation.
I just worry about the expectations Charlie sets up around these things.
Yeah.
You know, when he says things are perfect, they're going to be perfect. Right. I think what the look Nick had was it's going not that it's not going to be great, but that maybe Charlie's being naive as to how welcoming the situation is going to be.
Yes. Yes. And we're going to see, for lack of a better word, like a short dream sequence from Charlie's perspective of how he thinks the evening is going to go. And it's just going to be like
flowers and rainbows and unicorns and puppies.
I mean, effectively.
Yeah.
And then
see, he doesn't get to do this next episode. He doesn't get to tell me what's coming up. It's going to be fun for everybody to watch.
Fine. I'm going to stop talking. But
no, I say stop talking. I'm saying I'm looking forward to you seeing it for the first time too.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, and well, we can both
yeah.
We can both try to speculate. But as far as this, going to Nick coming over to Charlie's place, happy that, he publicly announced that they are together, and then having to deal with, I guess, the social media commentary on them being together.
Everybody's got an opinion.
True, but like, out of all the comments that I saw them scrolling past, I think the only one that like jumped out at me, like this viewing, was something along the lines of like, "Rugby captain gay?" ? Like,
like gay people can't be athletes.
Also true.
Just saying.
Yes. I mean, I love to run. I just don't like playing contact sports.
I hate to run. I like playing contact sports.
I think Nick just came out on Instagram.
Good for him.
Do you want to be my girlfriend?
Yes, I want to be your girlfriend.
And why are you being weird about it?
I'm not being weird.
Guys, that box is over there. Guys, I just told you, we're not dressing up. Put it on the wall, sort it out.
This is a mess.
I'm texting the gang of boys, we're literally not going to have a prom.
I feel like I never volunteered for stuff like this when we were in school. But then, like, when I got to college, I was constantly putting myself out there.
I didn't go to prom, so I didn't care.
I mean, I went to our prom, but that's its own story.
Hold on.
What?
Yeah, pause. So in a group chat, she says, "Darcy, if you see this, please text me back."
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be like a red alert to some Star Trek lingo to the rest of the friend group that
Something's wrong with Darcy?
Yeah.
I mean...
Or am I giving this too much?
No. I don't know what everyone's understanding or interaction with Darcy is with respect to, I guess, being reliable.
Okay.
So, and then I would also dovetail that off of her home life and the fact that she has such problems at home. Maybe she's not able to get away as often as she wants.
Okay.
And maybe this isn't something that is new for her as far as like just kind of
sort of behavior.
That sort of behavior. So I'm only speculating because I don't have the answer.
Oh, okay.
But this is obviously concerning to Tara because she hasn't heard from her all night. And now, Darcy's supposed to be there to help, her set up for the prom and be at the prom, but she's nowhere to be found.
It's so interesting when you don't have episodes of knowledge ahead of you. What happens? Welcome to my world.
I mean, you're going to introduce me to more than enough media that I'm going to have no idea what's going to happen.
It's just Top Gun. It's okay. You'll be fine. Isaac.
Of course.
Look, how you walking when you're looking at your feet? Keep popping those balloons.
Oh, God. Guys, I'm having a breakdown.
Help.
That wasn't fun. Let me fix it. Let me fix it.
Something you would do.
Oh my god, that's awesome. That's awesome. Chicken fight.
Oh, no.
You should invite him tonight. Just tell him we need more chaperone.
Do it.
Mr. Farouk.
No.
Missing. This from the teacher who said, "Why did I get into teaching?"
For real.
They're actually dating.
It begins.
They're actually dating, apparently.
Is it true you guys are going out?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were gay, Nick.
Well, why?
Actually,
I think you guys look so cute together.
those balloons are all partially filled, guys.
Something to eat. I'll eat later. I had a really late breakfast.
Lies.
You can though.
Do you remember what I said about Nick and Tao?
No.
I love it when they have scenes together.
Al did most of it.
That makes sense.
Chris,
Potato chip.
Yeah.
I saw your Instagram post. Charlie must be really happy.
I mean, he says he's really happy, but I don't know. I think he's been finding all the attention a lot.
Yeah, he hates attention.
I'm just worried.
Tao knows there's something he's not saying.
The more I learn about him, all the things that happened to him in the past, they all really have affected him. Still cause him a lot of pain. I don't know. Do you think that's true?
That's what I call it healing and not getting over.
Sure.
I think when something really bad happens, it can affect you for a really long time. My dad died when I was 12, and I think a lot of the reason I get so freaked out about losing my friends and it's because losing him was just like, yeah.
I didn't know about your dad.
No, don't be weird about it.
I'll try.
Good.
It's awkward, to say the least.
Of course.
You know the bullying, you know how bad it was, don't you?
I mean, I had some stuff, but yeah, Charlie never really talked to me about it.
Me neither.
So he kept it to himself.
Can you close your eyes?
Why?
Because I'm nervous you think I'll look weird.
Suits should always have a vest.
Okay.
Hey, he's got a tux going. Well, tux-ish.
I can't believe you're my boyfriend.
Can I please open my eyes now?
You look so good.
You look so good.
Shut up.
Just picks him up like a rag doll.
I mean, he weighs nothing.
Stay here instead.
No, we have to go. Everyone's expecting us to go together now.
Oh, expectations.
That's definitely what we want.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah. You called it.
Yeah.
Expectations.
Boy.
Losing interest in things that you like.
Did he just throw a book?
I mean, yes, he did, but I mean, for me, that's like a typical sign of depression is losing interest in things that you like. So
Okay.
he's not feeling good.
No. That I know.
Yeah.
That I know. But I don't know, sometimes I feel like when I'm in a rut,
Mm-hmm.
the things that I like, especially the non-destructive ones, is where I index harder. And it's expressly when I'm not doing the things that I know I need to do to keep myself mentally in check,
Yes.
so like jujitsu, like training,
Yeah.
Like meditate.
sleeping.
I wish I didn't have to sleep.
I know you
I
don't.
really do hate sleeping.
You need it.
I get that. But I hate the fact that I have to sleep.
I know.
I could do so much more things with my life if I didn't have to fucking waste a third of it sleeping. But I index on those harder.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like him throwing a book. That's a big emotional gesture.
Of course.
You know.
But I just think that not everyone has the capacity to lean into the things that
This is learned.
I understand.
This capacity was built
I understand.
the hard way.
Of course. And then on the flip side, I mean, for me, you understand that the harder I lean, the harder the blowback.
It's when things go off the rails. If I'm not feeling great, and I won't say depression,
In a rut.
all right, but in a rut. When I stop doing those things,
Yeah.
it makes it worse.
No. Yeah.
You know,
I mean-
way worse. Way worse.
Listen, for
And
me-
usually there's my voice in my head saying, "Get the fuck up, and get the fuck out."
I know. Trust me. But the thing is, like, I mean, you know me. You've known me for long enough that, like, sleep, working out, eating well, as soon as I start letting those things slip, like,
Yeah.
I lose my balance.
But if you're not back by 12, then you will be in trouble.
Elle's parents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, "Who's this dude?"
I know. But I feel like this is the first time we've seen the inside of Elle's house. Like,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
So I was so thrown. Like, where is he?
Hello.
You look pretty good too.
Welcome to the Truman Higgs Year 11 Prom. Tonight, we're celebrating a summer of love. So make sure to dance, have fun, and show off your date to the...
Stephen Fry. Actually, so he has been. He was in the season earlier.
Bogsworth? Is he the voice of Bogsworth in Fallout 4? The robot?
You mean Codsworth?
Cogsworth, yeah.
Bogsworth.
Sorry. Is he that voice?
don't
Sounds just like him.
I don't know.
Oh.
I was about
After
to.
this, I'm about to look that up.
I was about to reach for my phone. Oh god.
Sorry, gaming nerd stuff just happened.
Codsworth. But oh yeah.
Right?
I hear it.
Right?
I hear it.
Oh. Okay. We'll get through this episode.
Yes. I'll look it up.
More things to come at GVSV.
Isaac.
Oh, Isaac does look sharp, huh?
Let's just go inside. Look around for Darcy.
I can't believe Nick's showing off his boyfriend, but none of you managed to bring a girl.
You know, that wasn't a dick move.
That
He's
wasn't-
making fun of his other friends.
He's making fun of his other friends for not having a
date.
a date.
Yeah.
And
Okay, I mean,
I know. I know. I feel like after the last time that we saw Harry, which was when he got the door slammed in his face.
one of two ways.
One of two ways.
Good for him.
Good for him. And
I hope in season 3 that progress continues, because don't be a dick is a rule of life.
True.
Right, Colin, the four of us are getting art room.
Oh. No book.
You alright, Nick?
Where have you been, mate? Can't believe Nick's the first out of us in a relationship.
Yeah, man.
I could easily have a girlfriend any day now.
Yeah?
I missed you, mate.
Yeah. I miss you too.
That was good.
Yep.
And in the webcomic, we actually see those three teammates or Nick's friends very early on, like in volume 1.
Okay.
And they're almost just kind of standing in the background as Nick and Charlie are just kind of like walking ahead, and they're already like speculating, like, is Nick interested in like, are they like, because even back then, you know, in the webcomic, they like those three friends are sitting there thinking to themselves like, are they are they dating each other? Like, so
it's good to have friends like that.
Yeah.
Tara? What's wrong? What's happened?
I don't think she's coming.
Why not?
How do you talk to someone about something that they don't want to talk about?
You don't.
Sure.
Maybe you just have to try, even if it doesn't work.
I think he's thinking of Charlie there.
Mm-hmm.
More dancing.
More dancing.
I'm gonna go to Lambert.
I know.
Identify with her right now. That would be me. Sitting. Oh, there's Mr. Farouk.
Yeah.
I'm shaking my head at the alcohol, not Mr. Farouk showing up.
You came. That night in Paris, pretty stupid thing for us to do. Well, I was going to suggest dinner and drinks next time. Next time.
Imogen.
I know, we haven't seen her much. I'm taking this now. So I've seen a lot of reactors and commenters speculate that that scene indicates that Imogen might not be straight. But I feel like they're just like, I don't know if they're reading too far into it, but I thought of this scene last season when we were watching Nick explain to Imogen why he, wasn't interested in pursuing a relationship with her. And then you speculated in that moment, well, maybe she's relating to what he has to say for other reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And that, what you said, plus what I've heard other commenters comment on this one scene, in that moment, I'm sitting there and I was like, wait, is everyone else right?
Well, I'm not saying she is or she isn't.
No.
All right, but let's take a step back.
Yeah.
And let's look at the indicators that we've been given before about emotions in this series so far.
Yes. The animations.
Right? So the animations.
Yes.
What are the animations indicating here? A love of music? Could be.
Maybe.
All right. Now, here's the question. All right, because obviously we don't know. I like this. I'm on equal footing now. Ha! Not by the time this comes out, but right now while we're recording, equal footing. Good times. In season 3,
yes,
do you think there is potential for Imogen to develop feelings
for Sahar?
For Sahar.
I think there's definitely potential. Whether or not the story goes that way, I don't
There's
know.
not enough information.
There's not enough information. But
would you be surprised?
Given what transpires in this scene, what people have speculated based on this scene, and what you said earlier with season 1, no.
Okay.
I wouldn't be.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Right? But I guess, I mean,
and it doesn't.
A lot of this story has been about their discovery.
Yeah.
And that journey around that discovery. We know clearly that Imogen, at least up until now, likes boys.
She did make that joke in Paris when she was alone in the bathroom with Nick and Charlie, where she flat out said, well, maybe I should just go with girls instead.
There is that, and sometimes
the truth is in jest.
That's right. Jokes are halfly written in truth.
Yes.
So, just saying, the lottery numbers are. Well, I would say let's find out, but Not gonna find out for at least a few days.
Exactly.
So let's just push play.
Should we dance or like get a photo or something?
Can you dance?
Oh no, not at all.
Awareness is a good thing.
True.
Can we leave?
I thought this was what you wanted.
We've been so obsessed with the idea of coming out. It's like we've forgotten why we wanted to do it in the first place. It's not for them.
It's not for them.
I like it.
I just want to have a fun night with you and our friends.
So are they all gonna leave the prom?
I do have a free house.
Yeah, great. Here
Hey.
There she is.
Oh my god.
Darcy, are you okay?
Where's Tara?
She went to find you.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes it's really eye-opening when you end up...
My spidey sense does not like this.
I know. When you end up in the situation of your significant other and you find out how bad it really is.
Hi. Wait, I'm Darcy's friend. Is she okay?
And how would I know that? She had another one of her tantrums last night. She looked like a lesbian.
If I find her, I'll ask her to let you know she's okay.
I think I just learned everything that I need to about my significant other's home life.
Us.
Yeah.
Group hug.
Why didn't you text me?
My phone was out of battery and I didn't have a charger.
Why didn't you walk to my house?
Because I didn't want you to know. Do you remember when we got locked in the music room the second time? You told me that you didn't feel as confident about being a lesbian as I did. I'm not even out to my own parents. I don't think I ever will be. Sometimes my mum makes me hate myself. But then you said I love you. What if that person doesn't even exist? You've only ever seen half of my life.
And now I've seen the other half.
I'm a literal disaster.
Oh, I know.
I know. So, rough scene?
She's not a disaster. Her fucking mother is.
Well, yeah. But I mean, like, I don't want to say I've been in both their shoes, but to a certain extent, I've definitely had situations where I've met a significant other's family and learned very quickly.
Oh, I've been there too.
Oh, yeah.
I've been there too.
But on the flip side, I've also had a similar situation where I was ashamed to bring my significant other to meet my family. And
I unfortunately never had that problem.
Yes, but you have met my family.
I have. I have.
You understand.
So I get where you're coming from.
Yeah. So I empathize with what both of them are going through. It's rough.
You know, and I don't want to disclose too much of like super private stuff, but this is hitting a lot of parent feels.
Okay.
For me, as a girl dad.
Yeah.
You know, to see this child like basic support.
Oh yeah.
Basic emotional support.
Oh yeah. Non-existent.
Yeah, just like at the base. Like, do I agree with everything my children do? No, but I give them the space to make their own decisions.
Yes.
Not just even say mistakes. Well, this is not a mistake. I'm not saying that's a mistake.
No.
What I'm saying is they have to find their own footing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so when I see, and I think it's important for boys and girls, but boys tend to weather storms a little differently than women, in my experience.
Yes.
Right? That, and look, our sons could benefit too from stable emotional households.
100%.
You know, I only have daughters, so and this is where I'm speaking from. This is, I guess, where my heartache is coming from, right? Because, and maybe I'm internalizing it as a father. It's like, where's dad in this?
I don't know.
Yeah, like where's dad in this? Because I know that,
and we haven't seen a father in either context.
Like, they have a different relationship with their mother than they do me.
Yes,
and they're supposed to,
of course.
Right? And the girl dad in me is like, "Oh, you poor thing," you know. It's just, I don't know, and I know a bunch of others didn't expect this from me, but it's like so incredibly disheartening to see a young woman in such an emotionally stifling environment when all that poor little girl needs is just a modicum of grace and kindness. And those things are free. And those things are not difficult to give. But
not everyone is capable of giving.
No, I'm not going to say that not everybody's capable of that. I'm going to say this, and I know some people are not going to
agree.
Not agree, but not want to hear it.
Okay.
Right? Because it's not a matter of whether you agree or not. It's kind of the truth. What happened to her mother to bring her to the place that she's at now? Because that behavior is learned.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Right? So what demons are she dealing with that she is casting onto her daughter?
But like, for lack of a better word, what trauma? And I'm not going to label it as generational trauma, but like, what trauma has been passed down? It's like her upbringing.
Yeah, it's like when they say, "Oh, who hurt you?" It's like literally though, who hurt you?
Yes.
Right.
And a lot of times it just works its way backwards. Where I know,
and I am far from the perfect parent. So fucking far from it. It's not even funny. I am flawed as the day is long. Okay. And I've made my mistakes. But at the very base of my being, I want my children to understand what love smells like, feels like, tastes like, to understand the fabric of what it feels like, to understand it to the very bones. So that when they go out in the world, not only do they radiate that out, they know how to accept it when it comes in.
Yes.
So when I see stuff like this, and maybe this is one of the reasons I shy away from this type of stuff, because as you can see me starting to get emotionally wrapped up into this, right? It's hard for me to see young ladies not have basic kindness in their lives. You know, so I'm sorry to get off on a tangent.
No. I don't apologize. No, that was exactly what needed to be said, because you're right. Because it is disheartening.
It's so disheartening.
It's and it's horrible, because the reason why scenes like this are made and the reason why scenes like this resonate is because there are way too many people out there who are experiencing the same thing, who feel the same thing, who are enduring the same thing.
Oh my God.
I actually like how much of a disaster you are.
So in love with you.
And not drunk.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect.
Perfect comeback. And we know we don't like the perfect word, but it's about as good as it comes.
I love you.
I love you. I love you.
I love you.
There you go.
Promise me a dance.
Okay. Different animation going on here. A little lightning bug.
Yeah. Shall I make some tea?
Coffee.
It's too late
Espresso.
for coffee. It's like the middle of the night. They need to go to bed.
It's prom night.
And they're spending it with the people that love them.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac has his ace book.
It is.
Party games. Hide and seek, really?
What's that?
Hide and seek, really?
Yeah. Signing with his book.
He's hiding behind his book.
Yeah.
I still got love for you.
So, as far as prom night is concerned,
the house party is way better than prom.
Huh?
House party is way
House
better
party is way better than prom.
Way better than
And I will say, from my personal experience, the best thing about my prom night was getting away from everyone at that school. Because
I accomplished that by not going to prom.
Yeah. So, I've told you this story.
Yeah.
But I was originally supposed to go with a girl that I was friends with that I met years earlier, and she was from a different township. So I asked her if she would go with me. She said, "Yeah, that'd be cool." And on the day of the prom, she canceled on me, and I already had tickets for 2.
Jesus.
And I was like, "Okay, fine. What am I gonna do?" So I called around, and the girl that I dated when I was like, I don't know, 12, 13, I called her, and she said, "Well, I'm actually like dressed and ready to go to prom, but, you know, I'm going to my prom." So that was pretty much it. I decided, you know what, even though we weren't allowed to go to prom stag, like we weren't supposed to be at prom without a date, but I had already plans to go with a date, and I had bought 2 tickets.
Yeah.
So I just went by myself, even though I wasn't supposed to be there because I didn't have my date. I just went with 2 tickets.
Really?
Yeah. Like I remember when I went to buy the tickets, they were like, "Do you have a date? You have to have a date. You can't go without a date." I don't know. Maybe they were joshing with me, but like that was something that was said explicitly to my face.
That's crazy.
Doesn't matter. Needless to say, I get on the bus, get to prom, and as we're pulling into the banquet hall, I look up at the marquee. Our high school is up on the 3rd floor, and I saw. So, I mean, she was the girl that I had dated when I was like 13, and I saw her high school's name on the 1st floor. So I literally just like ditched everyone and I went right for the 1st floor banquet hall, walked right in there. First girl that I walked up to, I was like, "Hey, have you seen blah, blah, blah?" And she must have made some like really nasty enemies, because this girl, like, she rolled her eyes, gave me this look. She's like, her? She's over there.
Fuck.
Oh, so I was like, "Okay, thanks." For nothing. And I just like walked right up to her and I was like, "Hey," and like she sees me and we just fucking clicked.
Mm-hmm.
And then we danced the rest of the night away. We actually, not only did we hang out in her prom, but she actually came up to ours for like a few minutes. Like we just like went upstairs and we're like, "Yeah, this one's lame compared to yours."
Wow.
I was like, "Fuck this shit." And then we just like went back down and we were like running around the premises, and there was like these like beautiful outdoor areas where you know they're doing like wedding photos and stuff. So we were like, I have this one photo of the 2 of us just kind of like, there was this other couple hanging out there and they're like, "Oh yeah, let's take your photo." And like one of them had like bubbles and they were like blowing the bubbles into the photo. And like it was great. We had a great time.
That's
but
awesome.
like all we had to do was get away from all those people.
It's usually the best way to do it. Is get away from all those people.
All those people. The very last scene of season 2.
Very last scene in season 2, he said. No more Alex having more knowledge than Carl.
I mean, that's debatable.
Very debatable.
I'll just have to buy the novella Nick and Charlie.
Novella Nick and Charlie.
I'll just find out what they're doing years later.
I need to go home soon. No. My mum will get annoyed if I'm late. I see what you're doing.
My plan's been foiled.
You went to rugby summer camp.
I think I had a crush on the instructor. Yeah, I didn't realise it at the time, but I was obsessed with him. Got that trophy for being the best team player.
That is so adorable.
In retrospect.
Tell me something.
Like what?
The bullying.
Why you gotta ruin a nice night?
What that was like.
He just wants to connect better.
I know. But like time plays, you know?
I know. But sometimes there's no better time.
It's true too.
Everything's fine now.
Everything's fine now.
That's not.
I know you like everything to be fine and happy and perfect all the time, but you don't have to be perfect with me.
I love that he said that.
Yeah, but look at how he curls up.
Of course, because he feels even more.
Yeah, now he's like on spotlight.
We said we'd tell each other things after you told me about your eating thing.
People would just call me disgusting to my face. And it went on for so long that I think I started to believe what they were saying. Made me really hate myself. I used to cut myself sometimes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like that anymore.
Can you promise to tell me if it ever gets that bad again?
I just don't want to annoy you or burden you. I don't want you to think I'm some fragile, broken mess.
You're not, and I wouldn't. But I've done so many things. It's because you were there, holding my hand. And I want to be that for you too. You're my boyfriend. Please promise me.
Okay.
I love your hair so much.
Go ahead.
I love your eyes. I love...
Say it.
Interrupted.
They had the door locked this time, right?
I mean, that was the front door.
Yeah, but still, pretty much secure.
Yeah. On his toes.
Nick is taller.
Yes, and
I don't know that he's on his toes taller, but
I know. I think it's just cuter that way.
Yeah. Charlie's wearing shoes. Nick is not. Who knows?
They are so enamored.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
And that's it for season 2.
So
just in time.
He didn't realize not only does he have a eating problem, he has self-harmed in the past.
Which is interesting because I don't know if it was the end of episode 7 of season 1. No, I think it was the beginning of episode 8, where just after the fight that I want to say, no. Yeah, the fight that Tao and Harry Green had. And Charlie was internalizing all of that conflict as his own fault. He's at home with his sister, and he's not feeling well. And remember, he was beating the drum so hard that she comes in.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you caught it when he said it, but somebody in the comments mentioned it and brought it up, and they said, where he's sitting there and saying that, before Nick, I was dating this guy who made me feel like, I was worthless and that I didn't even exist. And, sometimes I feel like maybe I shouldn't exist.
I did catch that.
Yeah. And I feel like that in and of itself is another, I don't want to say clue, but just another indication of this negative mental health that Charlie is obviously struggling with, between, that negative self-image, the harming himself, and, the eating disorder.
Yeah.
He's all round.
It's just a weird note to end on.
Oh, for the season?
Yeah. Because you have that,
mm-hmm.
kind of like they have the high of the prom.
Yes.
And then you have the low of, what Charlie's having to say, what Nick is bringing up.
True.
All right. And then Nick almost telling Charlie that he loves him. right?
Yes.
So there's that not pseudo high, but a real kind of moment.
Yeah.
And then they cut out with Charlie about to type the thing out.
Exactly.
Because
well,
why not have a cliffhanger?
So
it's not really a cliffhanger, but why not end on that, right?
So the thing is that I, obviously, because I haven't watched season 3, because season 3 hasn't come out yet. But the first time that they said "I love you" to each other in the webcomic was a completely different scenario.
Really?
Yeah, because in the webcomic, I want to
Don't
because
we don't know what's going on.
I know.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Baby, I do know more.
Again, we don't know these things.
Exactly.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Did you see that? Did you see the sabotage you tried to pull? This freaking guy?
This guy.
This guy. So.
Okay.
Season 3 drops October
3rd. Which is Thursday.
And then.
Which is like 5 days away.
We resume recording on drop day.
Saturday?
Yeah, day it drops.
I mean, it drops 2 days before we record.
Oh, well, then.
Yeah.
Whatever. But we're going to get to watch it first time. Right? Together, which is going to be cool.
Yeah.
Right? We get to see what happens.
Yes.
In
both
the
all these characters.
Doings.
Oh, yeah. So, where do we leave off with everyone?
Okay. So.
I mean, Nick and
Charlie. They're deepening their relationship.
Yes.
All right. And talking about some tough things and tough discussions are good to have.
Yes.
All right. And they're on the precipice of telling each other that they love each other. How cute is that? Tara and Darcy
have already told each other that they love each other.
All right. But they have a rocky, I mean, everybody kind of has a rocky road to begin with.
Yeah.
But they have some challenges that they're going to have to face. And I mean, who knows how this plays out. All right. Because these type of challenges sometimes tears families apart instead of couples.
True.
Right? Because Darcy's mom is just
horrible. Horrible.
There's no really other way to put it.
Yes.
That we've seen. We don't know yet.
Yes.
Why she behaves the way she does.
Exactly.
All right? Isaac is figuring himself out.
True. Which is great.
Which is awesome. That means we get to see more of his development in a few days. All right? Tao and Elle. Okay, my favorite couple. I'm putting that out there. All right. Because I called it in the beginning.
Launch all the ships.
Yep, launch all the ships. Burn all the boats. We're not coming back from this one. All right. She's going to Lambert. All right. That's going to make their relationship a pseudo long distance relationship.
Yes.
Because they're not going to see a whole lot of each other.
True.
And long distance relationships are
difficult.
Tough.
Yes.
Tough.
I know.
Right? Especially if, like, once they start figuring out love languages, God forbid one of their love languages is, like, physical touch.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to make things complicated.
Of course.
So, Alex, how are people going to join us on the journey? They got to do all the YouTube things.
What? Like, what are you setting me up for?
I think I do all the YouTube things.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Tell your friends and your family that there's a party on YouTube. Carl and Alex are getting it done.
Yes. But by the time you see this episode, it is going to be the end of October, which means that season 3 will have already been out for weeks.
That means you should have been telling people. Your friends and your family should be already aware.
True. But just to let you know, we're going to do commentary for this season 2 as well.
Okay, so it's no longer Q&A. It's commentary.
I mean, I'll send you into the comment section to dig up questions.
I will dig up questions, and we will respond to comments.
Yes,
in a more meaningful way than maybe we do it through typing.
Yes, which I think we did good earlier with season 1.
I think so too.
Yeah,
pat on the back. All right,
so join us on this adventure. 1, 2, 3, let's go. One camera left. My God.